This is what I'm feeling like. Da, 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 da. Let me tell you what I'm feeling like. Da, 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 da.
Yo, what up, though, people? Like to welcome you back to the Keep It a C Note podcast. As always, I am your boy Brown. To the left of me, we got
Vito.
Vito. What up, though? What it look like?
Slow motion, man.
Hey, shout out to Vito. Vito, right now you have a chance to be one of few people in Philly that's hated by all Philly sports fans.
Why? Because I'm a Knicks fan?
You had San Fran beat the Eagles to go to the Super Bowl. Now you got a chance to have your Knicks eliminate the Sixers. Oh, my God. Every Philly fan will be upset with you for the rest of the year. If that happens, if the Knicks can pull it off, pause.
All they got to do is let our coach, he holding us back, man. It's points in the games that we struggle to score, and we got instant offense on the bench in Burks, and he never puts him in.
Yeah. Yeah, you talking Alec Burke?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is an instant offense. Shout out to Alec Burke. Shout out to the Knicks and the Sixers. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. If this your first time tuning in, salute to you. Do us a favor. Please hit the sub button, like button, and the bell so you can stay notified when we drop new content. Don't be afraid to leave a comment. If you agree with something, disagree with something, want to correct us on something, or if you want to call one of us a Uber, let us know in the comments. Just make sure you keep it a C note. Make sure you share this video with someone that likes to talk sports and entertainment like you so that we can all talk together. Funniest thing I've seen recently on the internet, Floyd Mayweather, Money Mayweather, the champ, undefeated champ. A lot of back and forth. He's going back and forth with Bill Haney. He's going back and forth with Tank Davis. Here's what I do know. Allegedly, Floyd gave Ryan Garcia this sparring footage with him and Devin Haney that got leaked. Allegedly, Floyd told Ryan Garcia go into the Devin Haney fight 3 pounds over so he wouldn't be drained, pause, and Devin Haney would. You got all the back and forth with Tank Davis. And I respect Floyd's record and all that, everything he's accomplished. But right now, it's looking like Floyd Mayweather is a hater. It's looking like he's hating on these young guys. He's finding them early at an early age, trying to put them in his gym, get them extra light so he can sign them. And if you don't sign with him, he's going to start hating on you. He's going to start trying to do things to ruin your career. And I don't think it's cool. I know a lot of people going to say, oh, we wouldn't have heard of a lot of these guys if it wasn't for Floyd's gym. But that's not true because they had to have been making some type of noise for Floyd to hear about them to bring them to the gym. So I'm just saying, Floyd, champ, I don't want to just call you a hater, but you're definitely seeming like a hater. Like, stop hating on these young boys, man. If they don't want to sign with you, that don't mean you don't you can't support them no more. Like, man, we got to stop with that.
I don't know about, because even when him and Tank was going through his little situation, he still was in Tank corner. He still was coaching him on sideline. And as far as helping the young guys, Bill be putting his foot in his mouth. He be talking too much. So he helped his rival, which is Oscar De La Hoya, and helped fucking Ryan.
Yeah, but I mean, to me, it's just if you not signing with Floyd. Because it's not just dumb. Like, we've seen Teo say stuff. Like, everybody says stuff about Floyd. And it all seemed like it revolves around, we're not signing with you as a trainer or a promo team or none of that. And it just seems like he's trying to sabotage folks' career. He should not be that happy that Devin Haney lost. Point blank, period.
That comes from Bill running his mouth.
It don't matter because you had the relationship. It wasn't about Bill. It was about you and Devin Haney, regardless of what Bill was doing. You know what I mean? So for you to be that excited that kid lost like that, come on, man. It ain't that much hate for the pop. It can't be.
It could be.
I mean, maybe it is. But speaking of Bill Haney, Let me ask you real quick. A lot of people saying Dev needs to fire him, get a real trainer. Keep it a scene though. What's your thoughts on that? Should Devin Haney fire his dad?
I don't think he should fire his dad. I think he should just bring in the real trainer. His dad, it adds to the publicity stunts and all the extra talking. That's good for boxing.
Okay.
Like the promotion and all of him talking all that shit. But at the end of the day, I still think he should bring in a better trainer.
Yeah, see, I agree with you. I don't think you fire him. I would keep my dad as a manager, but I would definitely get real trainers because it's only so far you going. Like, Floyd was getting trained by his pop, but his pop was a boxer. Mm-hmm. It's only so far you going to go with your dad in your corner, and he's never laced them up or none of that. Like, and I mean, and I don't know if Bill has laced them up, but what I'm saying is, you seen in that Ryan Garcia fight, it was just adjustments that needed to be made that a trainer would have told you, other than the stuff Bill Haney was telling him on the sideline, because Bill Haney wasn't really telling him anything.
My whole thing is, Dev didn't look like Dev. He went, one of his best punches is the jab. I didn't see him throwing no jabs. He was sitting there waiting for the shot, and then when the shot came, he took it.
Pause. But that's because when he got hit with that first shot, he realized that ball power, and it changed everything.
My thing is, if you see that power, you should have got on your bike and started running around and just throwing the jab, keeping him off you.
Did you see the footage recently? Bernard Hopkins was on a bus or something with Roy Jones, and he was talking about when he fought Roy Jones, he was like, it only took him the first round when Roy hit him with that left hook to realize that his whole game plan went out the window. He didn't know Roy hit that hard.
Exactly.
And he said if he told himself after he got hit with that first left hook, if I get hit with another left hook, it won't be no executioner. Like, that would have changed his whole career. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? I'm telling you, I believe that's what happened to Dev.
Yeah, I do believe once he felt that first Jones, he was scared for the rest of the fight.
Yeah. But Tank going back and forth with Floyd. Here's another alleged rumor. Tank says that Floyd is stuck over Dubai because he owes people money. Now, we don't know if he's talking about owing people money over there, Saudi Arabia, over here. But they're saying Floyd Mayweather is broke and that he's over Dubai, not on vacation or chilling, but because he is stuck over there. You believe that, Vito?
I believe it might have something to it, because I remember 50 saying a while ago that Floyd money
was
ain't
running
what
out.
We think it was. And I seen a video from somebody else that said he owed them Princes over there some money. But if he does, why don't they just set up a fight for him over there to pay it off?
I don't know. Maybe if it was that easy, he'd have probably been. Because I thought he was supposed to be fighting Pacquiao for some money, an exhibition fight. But I definitely believe it, because I always tell you I don't be really thinking these folks got the paper that they be saying they be having.
Yeah, because some of the some of the interviews, some of the outrageous numbers Floyd was talking about, that he was making like $700,000 in 90 minutes or some shit he said he made. No, was it 90 million or some crazy number he said he made for one of his fights?
Yeah, I don't be, not just Floyd, but I don't believe none of these guys a lot of the times with they money, because seems like if they get into one little issue, all that money somehow disappeared.
That's because like Forbes list, it'd be like net worth, which is properties and all that shit. It don't be actually what they got in the bank.
Right.
That's all it take.
Yeah. I agree with that, but I don't even think that'd be accurate.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I don't think. What I'm saying is, just because somebody lives in a $60 million mansion doesn't mean that in my book that it's really their mansion. Even if they're saying it's theirs. Like, I don't be believing it.
How accurate can the Forbes list be if this person doesn't actually come show you a bank statement?
Right. But let me ask you this. Floyd, Ryan Garcia said Floyd told him to come in 3 pounds heavier. I guess it's some type of rule in boxing that if you over 3 pounds overweight, you don't have to make weight. If you like 2 pounds over, he would have been forced to make 140, but being as though he was the right amount over. And it's a lot of talk. I've seen people saying that's what Dev do to people, and Dev did that to the kid Regis. Like, but to me, Vito, before this fight, we had a conversation when we was talking about the kid Inouye. Mm-hmm. And I don't even mean to say kid because Inouye's like 30 something, but he weighs 122, and I'm like, how is that possible that he weighs 122 at that age? So what I want to say is, we talking like Tank and all these guys. Tank especially. Tank, right now he's kind of like the face of his division and all. But is it accurate how we're judging these guys? Because to me it seemed like they're weight bullying. I don't care what you say. Tank can, if he's at 135, he can make 147.
Easy.
So to me, it's like these guys are intentionally holding themselves back, starving themselves, and all type of starvation and extra watering and all this crazy stuff to make a smaller weight so they can bully these smaller guys. So does that take away from their greatness is what I want to ask you. Do you think?
I don't know if it necessarily take away from their greatness. The only thing I would say would take away from your greatness is if you're ducking fights. But I definitely agree with them, like weight bullying, because they don't walk around the same weight as they fight.
Right.
Like them motherfuckers be having to lose 10, 12 pounds and shit like that.
Right.
So they definitely sitting there trying to, especially with Tank, like it's no reason for you to keep fighting in the same weight class.
But even with that saying, like, it all kind of go hand in hand, pause, because these dudes, not only are they weight bullying, but they're not fighting everybody. Like, Tank ain't taking every fight. Tank handpicking his fights. And you should be in at least 2 divisions up. Like, to me, that's is like kind of tainting their career. Because it's like, man, you picking on like somebody like Frank Martin.
Way too small.
But to me, Frank Martin, I could see when you look at him, you like, all right, 135. That's him, maybe 140 at the most. But Tank is no way. Look at Ryan Garcia. He fought Tank at 135. Next fight, he couldn't make 140 with Devin Haney. He's already going to 147. These guys are killing their bodies to make a smaller weight so they can bully these smaller. Like, Tank should be up there at 147 fighting guys like Regis, or not even Regis, but he should be fighting. I don't know if he's ready for like a Boots or none of it, because that's what's at 147. But at 135, these guys are just taking advantage.
That's why, because they don't want to have to fight Boots. Just think about what's heavyweight. Heavyweight's like 200, right?
Yeah, but I think under 202 could be heavyweight, right? Like,
no, I thought light heavyweight was like 190 or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's what I mean by under 200.
Yeah, so think about it. If them guys walking around, they fighting at 135, 140. Truthfully, them guys just on a regular working out or everyday life, they can get up to 160, 170. They don't want to fight them guys in higher weight classes.
But
they don't want to fight Bud.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to fight Bud, but what I'm saying is at least you need to go up to at least 140.
Like everybody before you. Floyd fought in many weight classes, Pacquiao, Oscar De La Hoya, all them other guys before you won belts in multiple weight classes.
Right. Even when you looking at Bud do it.
Yeah, exactly. These guys, I don't know what the fuck they doing.
Yeah, I'm telling you, because I think Floyd has set a precedent for so much, and so many people is chasing Floyd's status and all that, and they're doing anything for an advantage.
Are they chasing the no losses on their record?
That's what I think.
Yeah, because they're doing the same, especially Tank doing the same thing Floyd did. Like,
but was Floyd? I can't think back. I don't think Floyd and them was weight bullying. Like, to me, this is
he wasn't. But
this is a new tactic.
He definitely was picking and choosing.
Oh yeah.
Like, how does Berto get a fight to Floyd?
Right.
He wasn't nobody. How does Madonna get the fight? I understand he was in the top 10, but you had the number 2 contender that you just keep skipping over. And Floyd did some slick shit. I don't know if a lot of niggas peeped it, but at a certain point in his career, after every time he would win, he would retire. So he doesn't have to fight the mandatory fighter that's next. So as a retired fighter, when he come back, he can pick anybody he want to fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's always been schemes and tactics to get around stuff, but I think this weight bullying is like kind of new.
Yeah, it definitely is.
We got Canelo Alvarez versus Munguia this weekend. Who you like? You like Munguia? You like Saul?
Listen,
Keep it a C note.
I don't know if you remember, but I told you like a little while ago that the ball Munguia hit hard.
Yeah, he does.
I don't think he can go the distance with Canelo, but if he catch Canelo with a clean shot, he got the opportunity to put him down.
Yeah, I believe that. And cause I was talking recently on the last episode where I was talking about Saul, but in my heart I'm starting to feel I don't think this will be the fight, but to me it's not seeming like no more. To me, I was thinking Saul was gonna walk off. I don't mean walk off now, but I mean like walk off like just on a winning streak. But it seems like the more he fights, the more chance it is that he's going to take that L, man.
I don't understand this fight. This is a dangerous fight for him. Like, it's many other guys out there that he got a better chance of beating and probably bigger money. I don't understand it.
Well, shout out because we drinking tequila. So this fight is for Mexico.
Oh, well,
just like this tequila drinking. Viva Mexico.
At this point in his career, I wouldn't take that fight. That's a dangerous fight for him.
But I mean, I mean, for somebody to say it's a dangerous fight, I'm at least glad somebody's saying that when you hearing all the he ducking Benavidez and this, that, and the third. I mean, as long as people don't think Munguia is a can, because, some people may think that.
Only people who think that is people who really haven't seen him fight.
Right.
He's not the greatest technical fighter, but he can fight, and he hit hard with both hands.
Definitely. So shout out to the Errol Spence and whoever his promotion team is, because Bud, he just signed on to fight a fight in August, but somehow smoothly, without nobody really paying it no mind or making a big deal about it, Errol done got his way up out of that rematch fight.
I was just about to say, did he still fight?
Errol he kind of called out Fundora when he beat the boy Zoo.
Errol need to start doing commentating.
Shout out to Errol Spence team, because they under the radar. They got away with backing out of that rematch fight without nobody really mentioning it. You know what I mean?
I didn't think about it. You just said this shit.
So shout out to them.
Nobody wants to see that shit anyway.
No, nobody wanted to see it, but just their escape plan was tremendous. That joint was on the beam. NBA playoffs, Vito. We got a lot going on with the NBA playoffs right now. Shout out to your Knicks. They're in the battle with the Sixers. But I want to ask you, Vito, because we ain't been on here in a while. If you had a vote, who you voting for with your MVP pick?
I'm going to have to go Shea.
You going Shea? Why you going Shea?
Number one in steals. What is he, top 2 or 3 in scoring?
Yep.
Number one as far as in the West.
Right.
Number 1 seed. And he got probably the youngest team in the league.
Yep. Youngest number 1 seed in NBA history.
And he not doing it one way. Mid-range, 3-point, to the basket, foul line. He's giving you everything you need, and he's leading a young team.
Right.
So I definitely think he deserves it.
Right. I agree, Vito. I'm going Shea. I think he's not getting enough love. Now, don't get me wrong. Joker is putting up great numbers and all of that. But I think Shea just having that young team. His last year, if I'm not mistaken, they lost in a playing game. But to come from that, to go to the number 1 seed, he up there and scoring. He got that young team rocking. I definitely agree.
What seed is the Nuggets? 2?
The Nuggets 2.
I wouldn't even, no, mind you, Joker getting busy. Call me biased, but my number 2 run-up would be Jalen Brunson. Think about it. Number 2 seed in the East. The Knicks, technically, their go-to man, which is Julius Randle, who averaged 20-plus double-digit rebounds and 5 assists.
Okay.
Been out for the second half of the season. The first half of the season, our number one defender, which was in the runnings for Defensive Player of the Year before he got hurt, Mitch Robinson, was out the whole first half of the season. Jalen Brunson been holding that shit down the whole time. 28, 6 and I don't know what got his exact stat, but I know he definitely averaged 28 points. He in the top 5 in scoring.
Mm-hmm.
Like he got to give him something. If not in the MVP run, at least most improved player, even though Maxey got it.
Yeah, Maxey.
But his numbers was better than Maxey's and with a better record.
Yeah. Shout out to Vito giving Jalen Brunson a second place vote. I ain't got no problem with that. Jalen Brunson definitely has gotten busy this year. All right, they got a new poll up. Pause. The NBA fans voted on most overrated player in the NBA. And surprisingly, they had Rudy Gobert as the most overrated player in the league. I just wanted to get your thoughts on what you thought about that. Is Rudy Gobert the most overrated player in the NBA?
I don't know who rates Rudy Gobert that high for him to even be on that list.
Right.
I'm trying to think who could be the most overrated player in the NBA right
now. The top 5 was Rudy Gobert, Jordan Poole, Trae Young, Dillon Brooks, and James Harden.
I would leave James Harden on the list right now at this point, but Trae Young got to come off that list. Trae Young get busy. Trae Young took his team to the playoffs and leads the team.
Right.
But Dillon Brooks, I don't know how he's on the list. I don't know who rates him high.
Right.
Rudy Gobert, I don't know who rates him high.
Right.
So I don't know where the fuck they got this list from.
Well, I think what Rudy Gobert is, the complaint has been, and it's been for years, because even that 1 year when Ben Simmons and all them, the complaint has been Rudy Gobert was winning Defensive Player of the Year awards that he shouldn't have gotten. I think Dillon Brooks is more so on there because his game doesn't match his mouthpiece. Pause. He talks a whole bunch.
Now that I can see, but how does Rudy Gobert even get the first Defensive Player of the Year? He had to be doing something because he was in Utah. Ain't like that's a big market.
Right. I think they when they first was hating on Gobert, it was more because he's just down there and he's altering. He's not like playing dudes on a parade. I remember that was the issue the year that he won over Ben Simmons.
Listen, I give you credit. We had a conversation about Gobert before, and you said he's a much better offensive player than we see.
Right.
And I see that in Minnesota because he shows flashes that he can score when he can.
Yeah, he can score. I noticed that year they was playing something with something in the Olympics. They was going down on him against a smaller USA team. He was torching them boys. But speaking Team USA, Vito, I recently said that I did not want to see a team full of older guys on Team USA. I didn't think they would be able to make it to the summertime. Now, when you look at the roster, they got Bron, KD, Bam Adebayo, Devin Booker, Steph Curry, AD, Anthony Edwards, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Halliburton, Drew Holiday, Kawhi Leonard, Jason Tatum. Now, when you look at it, Bron and AD, you can see in the playoffs, just from the playoffs, they've ran out of gas already. They're done. It's going to take them a couple of months for their tank to refill. Steph Curry was already burnt out. He didn't even make the playoffs. And on top of that, a lot of people sleep on it. Steph has never played on the Olympic team.
I didn't even think about that.
He's never played on the Olympic team. Embiid, hurt. Playing hurt. And he's carrying the Sixers team on his back. Like, do we really trust him in the summertime? Kawhi Leonard played the most games he's played in years, and then right before the playoffs start, he pulled his old tricks again. Are we trusting Kawhi Leonard over there? Like, you got to be kidding. Kevin Durant, done. He is done, and he's done, man. Kevin Durant, stick a fork in him. He's done, and at the same time, he's dulling Devin Booker's blade. Pause.
I ain't gonna lie. What's the boy from Minnesota? He was cooking Kev last game. McDaniels, is it?
Jaden, yeah.
He was cooking Kevin last game.
Man, listen, man. Kevin Durant, he is done, bro. So what I'm saying, though, with all of that, and you looking at it, Because a lot of people said I was crazy. Nah, you tripping about... How you feeling about this team now that you've seen games into the playoffs?
I feel like for every older player, they should have one younger player. Like, match it. Like, because that's from the list you just named, that's majority all older players that keep getting hurt. So I think they should have matched it. One young player for each older player. Like, Halliburton should have been on there.
He is on there.
He on it?
Yeah.
Well, Fox should have been on there.
I don't know how Kawhi made the team. I'm sorry.
I would have rather had Paul George than Kawhi.
Paul George done too.
Yeah, but at least he can play. Kawhi never plays.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Jimmy Butler on there.
Now, Jimmy Butler, I would have had Jimmy Butler on there.
I would have took Trae Young on there.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't put Trae Young on the team. I think he'll be good for for Team USA.
I don't know why Embiid's on the team. Like, the motherfucker been hurt the whole season.
Yeah, I don't know. See, luckily it's Team USA versus these other countries, and they should still be able to win. But it was a lot of outrageous people that was talking when this list was put out saying, oh, this team might be better than the Dream Team.
No way.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. But let me ask you this. Pick one, clip one. If you could start an NBA franchise right now, because Anthony Edwards is the guy right now. That's who everybody's talking about. But before the suspension and all the gun flash and pause, Ja Morant was that guy. Mm-hmm. So if you could just start a franchise with one of them two guys, Ja Morant, Anthony Edwards, who would you start your franchise with? Keep it a C note.
I have to go Edwards, because I feel like he brings more to the table.
Okay.
Like, Ja is good going to the basket. His shooting is, like, so-so. Ant can hit. Ant does everything. He can shoot, mid-range, he can post, get to the basket, good free throw shooter, and a good leader.
Right.
And look where he has his team. Even though Ja did have his team at second seed at one point.
Yeah, he was up there.
But I feel like his offense is limited when it comes to the shoot.
Right. Right. But for the record, though, he did get better with his shooting.
He
but
did, yeah.
I agree with you. I would also start with Anthony Edwards. Right now, barring injury, Anthony Edwards looked like it's like that one thing that certain NBA players, or not certain, but most of them, that they be missing, like that extra, like, you don't have a guy like this skilled like Kevin Durant, but this got the passion or confidence like a Pat Bev. Because you can't tell Pat Bev he ain't a top guard in the league.
That's why I like him.
And I don't think a lot of these players today don't be having that whole package. Mm-hmm. I think I think Anthony Edwards is like right there. He's one of them.
Supreme confidence.
Yeah, supreme confidence. You can't be scared. And you can start to see now, because I seen like back and forth he had with KD after he did KD.
I fucks with that.
You not only is he going at people and he letting them know, like, he's starting to put fear in dudes' heart. Like, man, I ain't trying to chuck that boy, man. Like, I started seeing them throwing double and triple teams at him, like, every time he touched the rock. I'm like, oh, yeah, he's around.
Yeah, and he still was getting to his shots.
Yeah, so, again, people, who y'all got? If you can start a franchise with somebody right now, who would it be? Pick one, clip one. Anthony Edwards, Ja Morant. Here go one for you, Vito, and I know you're a Knicks fan, so I know where you're going already. Not just because of that, but you just answered the other question. Pick one, clip one. You need a role player for your team. Who you taking? Josh Hart, Dillon Brooks. Keep it a C note.
Gotta go Josh Hart.
Okay. Is it because he a Knickerbocker?
No, actually, he's just more my style of player. Like, he's always around the ball, good defender. He can hit an open shot even more so now. And he plays with all heart. Like, the other day when you sent me a message like, yo, this boy looks like a baby. He getting all rebounds. Mm-hmm. Like, this boy get offensive rebounds, and he's really the size of a point guard, but he plays the two.
Right.
I feel like Dillon Brooks is more so all mouth. Even though Dillon Brooks, I feel like he can be a better offensive player.
Yeah, I think Dillon Brooks better offensively.
Yeah, but I feel like you just get more out of Josh Hart.
And for the record, I said that he was a baby me because he grabs every rebound and he's
I ain't gonna
like
lie.
me.
When back in the day we used to play, you were like Mike Miller, one of the best rebounding guards I ever seen.
Yeah, so but I was gonna go Dillon Brooks, but the reason why I'm going to change it is because I know Dillon Brooks got a lot of antics with him that would probably cause.
I like the antics though.
I like the antics too, but what I'm saying from a standpoint of being in the game, like he might have referees like against our team automatically and all that.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's why I would agree. I take Josh Hart. Okay, here go a question for you, Vito. You got somebody offering you $1 billion. The only way you get this $1 billion, you got 5 years to take one NBA franchise, how they currently are structured, and try to win a championship with them. Keep it a C-note. What team would you pick to try to build and win a championship with in 5 years?
I think there's only one answer to this question, and that's the Thunder.
Okay, well, why you say the Thunder?
Because I feel like they only missing one thing. They got the guard, who should be the MVP.
Right.
They got a top, talented young player in Chet.
Right.
They got some perimeter defenders. I can't think of the light-skinned boy name. He 3-and-D guy with the little shag. I like him. It might be
Williams, yeah.
They got the young guy. Is his name Williams too?
They got a couple Williams.
Yeah, him.
2 Jalen Williams.
The only thing I feel like they're missing is a center that can post up.
Okay.
Like a guy that you don't need to run plays for, but if you have to, you can post up and grab rebounds.
Right.
That's the only thing they're missing.
Like a Valanciunas type
like
guy.
a Valanciunas or who's the other one? Play for the Bulls.
Which one, Carter?
No,
of Vucevic. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you. I would take OKC too. I think for all the reasons you said, they got all the pieces, and you don't see really young teams like them playing together like that. Like, and it's like no animosity. Like, if you see them at the end of their game, even if they interviewing Shea, like the whole team is there behind him, and like they always showing each other love. That's why it's going to be interesting to see how it play out when money becomes involved. Like if it's going to be the same love, or is these dudes going to spin off? But like I said recently on the episode, the new rules is designed to help small franchises keep their players. So OKC has a chance to keep all of those guys and be able to pay them. Well, let's just see if somebody jump out the window and take more money. Before we get out of here, Vito, you and I had a conversation. There's been a lot going on with Philly. And originally, Philly from the 60s, 70s, we know them Black Mafia, Sam Christian, Nudie Mims, all them guys. That eventually led to the JBM, and we know the slogan, get down or lay down. Now, it's been a lot of footage for circulating lately. We got the guys from LA saying they pressed Meek in the club, made him call Ross, and they got 50 bands out of him. We seen the video where they're saying Gilly and his son laid down out Cali. They were robbed. Hell, even PNB Rock killed out Cali. We hear all this checking in thing. We know in out Cali that's a big thing. They're saying it's a big thing like Detroit with the brother Trick and all them. I'm kind of confused, Vito. If Philly is known for extortion, like this is where we come up off. We got everybody in this city, shoot them up, bang, bang. Why don't nobody got to check in when they come to Philly? What's going on with that?
That's a good question. The only thing I could think of is, as far as being an artist, I don't feel like they have to come to Philly. I feel like they have to go to Cali to become to a certain status.
You got to come to Philly. Philly is a huge market. It's one of the biggest markets out there. You got to come to Philly, Vito.
I'm saying that's possible. I'm not debating that, but I feel like you have to go to Cali at some point.
You do.
And as far as them boys out there getting robbed and nobody running down, I seen the video. The security that they getting out there be the one setting up the robbery.
But what I'm saying is, why is that not going on here? Because most people, if you're doing a show here, most likely you're doing a after party somewhere else where you're getting paid another appearance fee. Why is nobody taxing these rappers? Why don't rappers got to check in the city? Why nobody taxing them? What I'm saying is, these kids, not just kids, but we got people out here that's scrambling, scheming, and scamming out. If you can get 50 bands off a rapper for coming to the city just for him to be safe, why you not doing it?
Speaking of that, how do a nigga come in the club, tap you on the shoulder, and say, yo, call your man, we need 50 bands, or we gonna run down you in this club? You just gonna have to run down on me. I can see, like, with the good situation, they pull out the pistols and rob you, that's different. But if you threaten me by think you're just gonna beat me up, I'm not giving you no 50. Right. I'm not giving you $1.
Right. And again, if you get the drop on me and you get me out there, when you come to Philly, I'm getting you. I'm getting you, God, bro. There's no way, like, we would be playing tick for tack. I don't.
But you know what? You know what might be? It might be relationships. Like, if I go out Cali and I get got, that's understandable. But if a Cali performer comes out here, then I can see if we return a favor. But them other cities, like say somebody from Detroit come out here and we ain't never had no bad blood, I can understand them, somebody from Philly, making sure that he doesn't get ran down.
What I'm saying is, any city, if I'm a huge entertainment star from Philly, any city you saying that I gotta go to and check in, best believe when your artists from that city come to my city, they're gonna have to check in, or I'm gonna have, like,
that's what I'm saying.
It should be going on like that.
If I go to your city and I'm good, when you come to my city, I'm gonna go out the way to make sure you're good. But if I go to your city and get ran down on,
but is it really good? Because, like, a lot of people saying checking in is like, yo, I'm in the city, Vito, and this, that. I don't care what nobody say. Like, if you going to Detroit, you checking in with somebody, like tricking them, you cutting them something, bro. That's
not necessarily.
Bro, come on, man.
Well, that's me looking at it from my perspective. Like, if I was an entertainer and I fuck with you and you from another city and you come to the city, you ain't got to give me nothing.
What I'm saying is, what are they getting out of, if it's not money, what are they getting out of you checking in their
That's
city?
What I'm saying. Like, like I said, if you're from another city and you come in and checking with me, I don't need no money from you. If you need me to make sure you get to certain spots.
But what I'm saying is, what does that benefit them? What I'm saying is, if I'm gonna come
a future relationship.
If I'm gonna come into Philly and check in with Vito, and Vito not gonna charge me nothing, so I gotta keep all these wolves from off you. Like, this can get you in serious beef.
It can
for nothing.
But
come on, I don't believe that.
What I'm getting from it is, I expect the same when I come to your city.
A nigga like Trick, what is he coming to Philly for? He's not an artist. Them the street niggas.
No, but I think the times of checking in with him is past. They're checking in with the younger guys now. Like,
I don't believe that. I don't believe that, man. I don't believe that. I think them dudes still might got a strong hook. But even if so,
I'm just saying, how I rock is, I do shit for people that I would want done for myself. So I'm not gonna charge you nothing to make sure you're okay, especially if we got a relationship.
Right, but what I'm saying, if it's a different rapper every day, every time somebody's coming to the city, I'm looking out. That's not being done on the shrimp. Niggas is coughing up something, man.
That's because everybody ain't the same.
It's like the saying: would you rather look out for me and give me 5,000, or would you rather us take 50 from you? Like, you know what I mean? And that's what I personally think.
But if I'm looking out, I don't need nothing from you. That's looking out is not doing it for a check. Looking out is doing it on
Looking
the street.
out is like, I'm only going to charge you half, not even half of the money that them niggas would take from you if I wasn't here. I'm going to charge you, I'm keeping every wolf in the city off of your back. If somebody step to you while you with me, then I got to react. And this is my city, so once you leave, I'm still in that beef. For what, nothing? Nah, they getting something out of it.
But even if you get a check, that's still the same scenario. You still got to be in that city.
Yeah, you still got to be, but it's easier to me, it's easier to take care of the wolves when you eating off multiple plates. So you can feed a village if you got multiple rappers come. Just think, one show got 6, 7 rappers on it and they all cutting you a check. You can hand out multiple checks to niggas just on the string.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Nigga get $1 here, everybody get $1,000 just on the string.
I definitely feel like it should be reciprocated as far as how they be doing in Cali, how they be checking in. And niggas be getting ran down on anyway.
Right. I'm saying, even if you not running down on people, why is nobody checking in when they come into Philly? Why is it you never hear stories about, oh, this person got their chain took in Philly, or they ran down on this person in the club and give up 20,000. Like you, and we know what's going on in the city. Mm-hmm. We know that it shoot 'em up, bang, bang in the city. Why are we not taxing these people like they doing us in different cities?
I don't know. Maybe that's something you need to be looked into.
Maybe that needs to be looked into, fellas. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, man, because it just makes us look bad as a whole. Like, we out there, we getting robbed and this, that. Right, and then we not doing it like anybody could just come here and do anything.
Niggas just putting their life on line every day for way less.
For way less. What I'm saying is, if you going to go out on the corner and rob somebody and it's a chance you might not get nothing but a phone, you better off taxing these rappers coming to these clubs. If you can get 50 bands, even half of that, even 10 bands just for, listen, this is what you got to do if you want to make it about this club. Like, that's way easier than trying to run up on somebody on the street. Like, I don't get it.
I still don't understand how a nigga can just walk up to you and say, yo, we need 50 bands without a gun. In the club, which is a public spot with 1 million witnesses, the odds of somebody actually doing something to you, like a fight, that's nothing.
But you still gotta get up out the club.
No, you don't. You ain't gotta leave right then and there.
Nigga, if he tell you we got 50 dudes, what are you going to spend the night in the club?
No, you damn right. We gonna fight. If he tell me, yo, give me 50, and I got 50 niggas outside, but you inside.
Oh, you saying
I'm gonna tune you up. And whatever happens from there. But by then, I'm gonna be able to call some folks or whatever the case may be. But I don't gotta run out the fucking club.
But you at a disadvantage because you in a city.
Yeah.
The security you got already been compromised. Then you don't know if the club security compromised. Like, you thinking they gonna break it up and they gonna make niggas. No, they might throw you to the wall.
True, they definitely will. But listen, you're not getting 50 off me just with your words.
Yeah,
fuck that.
Yeah, but we about to wrap this episode up. You got anything else, Vito?
Nah, I ain't got nothing else.
We definitely appreciate everybody for tuning in. Again, if this your first time tuning in, salute to you. Do us a favor, hit the sub button, like button, and the bell so you can stay notified when we drop new content. Don't be afraid to leave a comment. You agree with something, disagree, want to correct us on something, or if you just want to call us an Uber, let us know in the comments. Just make sure you keep it a C note. Make sure you share this video with someone that likes to talk sports and entertainment like you so that we can all talk that talk together. As always, I am your boy Brown. To the left of me, we got
Vito.
Please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell everybody. Keep it a C note. We holla at y'all.
This is what I'm feeling like. Da, 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 da. Let me tell you what I'm feeling like. Da, 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 da.